We just got different viewpoints, you and me. That doesn't mean we can't talk. We don't have to be enemies. All right, hopefully we get a few people in here. So I'm not just talking to myself. Try to find a way to put my phone so that I can show you stuff. This is going to be a pain. Maybe if I do this. Let's try this. All right, what's up, man? I'm just trying to figure out how to get my camera here so I can show y'all some cool stuff. It doesn't want to stay up. Okay. Oh, damn it. Yeah, you saw that live. That was fun. Chief, what's up? What's up, man? Bathy, what's up? Trying to, fuck it. I'm just going to unplug it in a minute. I'm trying to have my phone set up on my steering wheel so I can show you some of my finds that I had today. I had some cool finds today at the bins, and I want to show it all off from my car. I could easily do it from a studio, but I don't know. You don't get days like this very often, so I just wanted to come on live and show a few things that I got today. If anybody's interested in that. I'll wait for a couple more people. Bathy, I appreciate you being in here. Every now and then you'll goodwill and picking. It's hard. It's a tough way to make a living. In order for it to fully pay your bills, you really it's a difficult thing these days. It's great for a side hustle. Don't get me wrong, but you're going to have a ton of days where you find nothing at all. And then you're going to have days like today where you find things that are really cool. I think they're super cool. And I want more than just one person in here to see it. But I'm going to give them a couple more minutes and maybe we'll restart on a different, in a different room. It's the first time I've ever used the how-to. Do you buy vinyl records? Audits should be fun. Now I'm very interested in you because of your screen name there. Do you know that I'm an auditor? I'm an auditor, bro. And they should be fun. You're absolutely right. I try to highlight good police. But let me do I buy vinyl records? Yeah, of course I buy vinyl records. I don't sell a ton of them. But if I find good vinyl records out in the wild, absolutely I'm jumping on them. Anything rock, anything from the 70s. I usually pick those up. They're good. Thank you, man. Somebody finally noticed the shirt today. Goodwill usually has old people music. I don't even pay attention to their music anymore, to be honest, man. I was regular up here for many years. I would go to the picking side, which is the bin side where they roast stuff out before it goes in the trash. But I heard the same rotated music over and over so much, I just stopped really paying attention to it. I sound up nice. I had a good day, man. I found some cool stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys what I found today. The first thing I want to show you is just one of those things that you just got to get lucky on. I was walking past a bin. These had already been looked at. Apparently somebody had opened up the box and looked at it and decided it wasn't anything. So they set them back and I got two of them. And I only paid like $3 for both of them. So let me show you what it is I got. I'm keeping one of these because I'm a reseller and I need it. But I found this right here. It is a Rollo thermal printer, okay? Somebody decided this wasn't good enough for them and they put it back. It's brand new in the box. I'll show you. All right. So it's a thermal, what it is a thermal shipping label printer. And this is the one I got right here. I actually got two of them. This guy right here. I've already looked it up. That's $100 all day, and it will sell for $100 all day. And I've got two of them, and I paid exactly $3.50 for them. So that was just somebody who was careless and didn't look up what they had. Two of them, brand new in the box, all the cords, all the cables, everything ready to go. One of these I will be using because I still ship the old-fashioned way. But I would like to print my own labels and save a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Because I can. So that's the first thing. I thought that was cool. The second thing, not as exciting. I got this for myself. It's really cool, though. I think it's called a Cocoon Grit It. And I'm going to take it out and show you. I'll show you the back, okay? All it is, it's a little thing you put in your car. Okay, you put it in your car. You can put it up here on this. You can put it, you can put it wherever you need to put it. And what it is, it's just got a bunch of these little straps. So if I have a phone or anything smaller, cords or anything like that, I just put them in the strap right there. Have it up here. You can put CDs in there. You can put anything in it. Wires, cables, phones, Tic Tacs, everything. So I thought that was super cool. That's for me. I probably paid a 50 cents for it. It's worth maybe $20, but I think it's super cool and it's going to help me out. So that's find number two. I'm calling ice. You're muted. Am I muted? Type 1 if you can hear me. Maybe my volume's way down. Somebody give me a 1 in the chat so I can know that you can hear me. All right, on to the next stuff. What do we have in here? Okay. I had a very kind person come over and tell me, thank you. 69. I appreciate it. I appreciate that comment there, Bathy. I had a person, she's a fellow picker, and we talk about all kinds of stuff in there. She thinks that I'm a very nice human kind of person. And that she appreciates me as a personality. And when somebody comes over and they says, hey, this is for you. This is you and your wife. And they're little figures. And of course, I'm going to buy them. Of course. These aren't worth anything, but these are going in my studio. Okay. This apparently is me. You see here, he's a hippie looking guy. Looks pretty cool. And then laying right next to him, we have her. And she's a hippie looking chick. So these two things, somebody come up and they said, hey, this reminds me of you. And this is probably your wife. So I was like, you know what? I appreciate that a lot. That's going in my studio. I do like that representation. I would gladly be called this guy, whoever he is. And this girl chilling out, just relaxing, she sits like this and he sits over here. I'm all for it. You know, what I pay 50 cents for these. So that's just a personal thing. And I'm glad that somebody thought that I was like that hippie there. Because I think a lot of hippies are good people. All right, on to the next find. Let's find something that's got a little value to it. This doesn't have a ton of value to it, but it's going in my studio, absolutely. I've come across these in the past. They're not worth a ton of things. It is a Billy beer. It's an Iron City beer from the Pittsburgh Steelers, 1975, original can. Open, emptied. You could throw that up for 10, 15 bucks. Somebody's going to buy it. But I think it's super cool. When I run across stuff like that, that's going in my studio to be displayed. I'm not a Steelers fan. I don't care. I think that that's super cool. I like to find things from 1975 that I can show other people. So that's a studio find there. You do give off kind of a hippie vibes in the best way. Thank you, man. Thank you, Slush Puppy. I appreciate that. All right, let's continue on. I got a Metallica lot. Anybody like Metallica? We got any Metallica fans up there? Because I got a lot that I'm going to put up. I'm going to put up this lot of all this Metallica stuff. Now, I get that a lot of this Metallica stuff It's not Billy Beer. I just think Billy Beer when I think older beer. It's that was just a slip of the tongue. It's Iron City beer. Uh, yeah, it's original. It's original. Check it out. Doesn't really smell like anything, but I'm pretty sure this is original. Please don't litter. Dispose of properly. What's up, T6? I appreciate you. Look like a 1996 Gen Xer. All right, so that one's for me. But let's talk about this little Metallica find. Okay, it's nothing huge, but here's what's going to happen with it. Okay, I could put these up for $100. This lot of Metallica stuff that I found. I'm not going to do it. I want these things to find a home, and I want them to somebody to get a fair price. I like people to look at my listings and go, you know what, that's fair. People tell me you need to hold out for the most money you can get. I'm a different kind of seller. I want to move it. I want to move the product. So what I'll do is I'll lot this, which isn't worth anything, $8-9. It's just a CD, Saint Anger. I think it's Saint Anger. Is that right? Yeah, Saint Anger. I'll add this live CD from Mexico City. Multiple CDs in here. I think there's how many CDs are in here? 2 maybe. Videos and two CDs. I looked this up. New. It's I don't know, $20 or something. Nothing extremely valuable. Always check the back of these things before you pick them up, because it sucks to get them home and realize that now I can't get the damn thing shut. There it goes. Okay. So these two things alone, if I ever put these up together, it'd be $20 for both of them. But here's where we run into a little bit of the value. Okay. This guy right here, Cunning Stunts. This one new on Amazon. I want to say I remember it being 60, maybe 70, somewhere in there. It may be a little less. Don't quote me on it, but it's the more valuable thing of the lot, and this is the more valuable thing of the lot too. This guy right here, it's called Metallica Cliff 'Em All, and this one's a little bit rare. I think this one goes for between $40 and $50. So that's easily $100 lot there. I'm not going to put it up for 100. I'll probably put it up for like 70, $75. So somebody who really loves Metallica can get a hold of a couple of rare items, and that way they'll feel okay, because even if they're getting these bonus items that they already have, like a $10 CD, then that's okay, because they're not having to shell out more because I'm throwing in something not as valuable. That's how I pick. Not for everyone, but all right, we're moving on. I'm going to show y'all my greatest find. This is, look, man, I talk all the time about money and how, oh, it's nice to find something for $1 or $2 and resell it for $50 or $60. That's always amazing. But every now and then you'll run across something that the wind kind of blows you in the right direction, and it's there for you personally. I really believe in that. I believe it. When I show up here, if it's meant to be with me, it's going to come home with me. I'm not fighting people over this shit. If it's meant to be mine, it's going to be mine. This came out, and I'm telling you right now, guys, this will be used on this channel. I want to sell it because I know it's valuable, but I want to keep it also. Because if you know my channel and you know that we talk about religion and, atheists and agnostics and Satan and God, and we talk about it all. We talk about politics. Well, I have for you probably my greatest costume find I've ever found. And I am so excited to show you. Here we go, guys. All right. Here we go. I'm going to try to let you see it as best I can. It is a, I'm going to turn the camera around. It is a bobblehead devil costume with a giant devil bobblehead inside it. Now, I know it's valuable because it goes for $70 from Spirit, but you won't find this. They don't sell this anymore, and I think everything's in here. It looks like it hadn't been taken out of the package. I'm super excited about it. Just wearing it. As a matter of fact, I might wear it on one of my streams. If I pop up as Bobblehead Devil, don't just check out immediately. We're just going to have some fun with it. It's not actually overpriced because I found another one, the single one I found for $80. But this is something that you're not going to be able to find anymore. Okay, they don't make it, and it's a strange item. Not everybody's going to jump to get this, but it's really cool. I think it's super cool. I've always loved graphics, anything with a cool graphic. You know, even if you think it's evil, I gravitate towards that stuff. I think it's super cool. I got some more little things. I got these. I got my Disney cruise socks, Nightmare Before Christmas. These are for Livercheese. I need socks, and I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Huge fan. I got some games for us to play. Oh, I got a couple more things. That I thought were really cool. A lot of people might think they're not, and that's okay if you don't. 60-year-old man LARPing as a devil. All right, here you go, guys. This one, it's just there's nothing special about the hat. It says vintage and small batch custom goods. So maybe this one's made custom made. But if you know what that is on the front, Catalina wine mixer, that is from the movie Step Brothers. That's from the movie Step Brothers. So this might be a studio piece for people who may have an eye for pop culture. They'll be able to pick that out and go, oh, Step Brothers. I like your Step Brothers hat. So that's why I got that. I think that's cool. This I didn't even know they made. I didn't even know they made these. I picked it up, and this is probably a cheap one made from China. Doesn't really matter. It still goes for about $60 to $80 on eBay. This is a Wi-Fi microscope. A Wi-Fi microscope. I've got to do more research into it, but I've already looked it up, and this guy goes for $60 regularly, so not a problem. I got it for 50 cents. It's brand new in the box. If it's something I can use on my live streams, then I'm going to keep it. I need to do a little more information or a little more digging here before I can tell you what this really is, but I can tell you the value, $60. All right, I got this for my wife. She needs an igloo cooler for her work. That's that. I got games for us. You know, if you're new to the channel, we do games at night. And this one's pretty cool. It's called Uncommon Questions, Fresh Conversations for Couples. All I got to do is take one of these out. It doesn't have to be for couples. I can ask you the question, and we will have a conversation with it. So these are topic starters. I always get topic starters if for my live stream. Like this one. What irrational fear did you have as a teenager? That's something if we're sitting around in our live stream and we're getting bored with a game we're playing, I'm going to pick up these conversation starters and we're going to talk about these things. Atheists, agnostics, Christians, all types coming together to discuss these uncommon questions. It sounds boring, but we make it fun. Okay, so if you haven't liked and subscribed, come on over and do that. I got a game. When I took it up to the counter, they said, I don't know anything about this game. I knew I was going to get it for 50 cents. And I had to get it just because the cashier said, oh, it's a game just meant for Livercheese. It's called Smartass. I haven't read the directions on this, but we're going to use it in a live stream because it looks like it's something that we could have a little fun with. And we do have fun. And then finally, last but not least, I got just a coloring book for my wife. One of those adult coloring books. And this adult coloring book, Disney Villains, 100 Images to Inspire. And yeah, you can come in here and, you know, be creative. Be creative. You need to have things around your house like this. So if you're ever super, super bored, you can just go, you know what? I'm gonna color some adult coloring books, and you'd be amazed at how lost you can get in that to get your mind out of this bullshit around us. So that's what that is. That's for my wife to to be able to zone out and do her creative stuff. And I might even color a few pictures in there and hang them up. Trump 2028. I can't talk. Thank you, sir, boss. Trump all the way from Filipino Americans. Strange, but okay. All right. Yeah, how's y'all's days going? Anybody got any good news? I got any original subs in here, CTGers? Want to know what's going on with me? I came on this morning and we talked about some things. So I definitely have a story coming for you guys when I go over to the Walmart. If y'all didn't hear it, I'm just going to repeat the story. There's a Walmart across the street from me, and these guys have allowed a TPUSA group. I assume they're TPUSA. They might not be. I'm going to find out. To sit in front of the store and peddle their crosses and their jewelry to solicit, basically, in front of the Walmart. Now, I have a little issue with that because the only other people that are allowed to solicit in front of a Walmart are Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. So what's two grown men doing sitting out there trying to sell me magic trinkets? I don't appreciate it. And Walmart needs to know that this Walmart in particular is allowing this to happen at their Walmart. And after today, it won't happen again. Unless they allow me to set up a booth right next to them where I can sell my Baphomet stuff. I can sell my Buddha stuff. I can sell my whatever God you believe in. I want to sell that stuff right next to those guys, right? Common sense. If they can do it, I can do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna let them know that this might not look too good for you on YouTube to show that you are promoting these most likely fake Christians. It just doesn't need to happen. They don't pay taxes. When they pay taxes, then we'll start to see them in different places, and they're allowed to have their opinions when it comes to politics. Otherwise, there's a thing called separation of church and state, which we don't even pay attention to anymore, but I'm going to pay attention to it. I love all my good Christians out there. Wolfie's one of them. He's in here all the time. He knows what I do. He knows it's not a shot against him. He knows it's a shot against a very small percentage of Christians out there. Good Christians, keep doing what you're doing. I might not believe in the way you get to your moral place, but I will die for your right to say those things. But when you start talking about black women not being as smart as white men, and you start talking about, I worry about a black pilot because he might not be educated, he might be a DEI hire. Yeah, that's when that's not really Christianity. So we're gonna find you TPUSAers, and we're gonna help the real Christians out there by exposing these frauds for what they are. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Now, and if you ever see anything strange like that, like that doesn't seem quite right, then don't be afraid to speak up and say something about it. Because the only reason that they are continued to do that is because nobody's spoken up and said anything about it. It's not right. It's wrong what Walmart's doing over there. And something tells me that after today or tomorrow, when I do make it over there, those guys won't be out there ever again. And as a matter of fact, I'm willing to put some money on it. Does anyone want to make a bet that Livercheese can stop these adults from selling their trinkets or magical trinkets in front of Walmart? Because I'll take that bet. Because you know what's going to happen. Walmart's going to do the right thing. All right. That's about it for today, guys, or for this haul. Hell of a haul, I think, all together for all this stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I paid $13 total for everything that you see that I showed you today. That's why I was so quick to come on here and show you guys that you can still have a good day at the Goodwill. It's few and far between, but if you have a good eye and you know what you're looking at, you can still make a little money doing this side hustle. So hopefully I gave you a little valuable information there. And if I didn't, you just came to troll me, that's okay too. Come on over at night where we can talk like human beings and not have to just drown each other out with shut your bitch ass up and gay, bearded, homosexual, you know, the usual ones that you guys give me. Come on over at night and become part of our little family over there where we think critically about things and we don't insult people, and we unless they're roaches, then we insult them. All right, that's about it for me, guys. CTG going to be out. I'll leave you with my classic that you all need to know. It's never red versus blue. It's the 1% versus you. Lock that in. Think about it throughout the day. Maybe it'll start to click, and when it does click, come on over and talk to us about it over there, because we know who the enemies are, and it's not red, it's not blue. They're all culpable to some extent, but the real enemy lies at the very top. At the very top. All right? So, it's not red versus blue, it's a 1% versus you. Lock that in your head, lock that thought in your head, let it roll around for a few days and see if you can start to come to an agreement with that. We're really on the same side. I want rights for you. I want you guys to live your best lives. I want corporations not to fuck you at every turn. I want you to demand more as consumers, demand more as Americans. And when you start to stand up and stop living on your knees, we're all going to start living better. Okay, we're not going to be thinking as much about medical bills and working your ass off with 3 jobs just to scrape by. That should not be happening in the United States of America. Okay, think about it. Let it rattle around a little bit. Come back and talk to me tonight. You're not famous. I'm famous. I'm famous around here, bro. I'm famous around here. Okay. And I don't want to be famous. All I want to do is spread the word that there's more for you, and you're just looking in the wrong directions. Okay. So let's all start looking in the right direction, and we can start living as a great a great country. One of the greatest things about our country, multinationalism, the fact that we all live together, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Don't be afraid of it. Stop being afraid of people of different colors. Go out and talk to them. Don't go by what the press tells you, because the press is going to tell you the most ridiculous shit, the small amount of people, and they're going to dehumanize an entire group of people. We can't be at that spot. You got to step back and know, okay, this doesn't feel right. All right, that's all. How many black and brown friends do you have? I have hundreds. My entire city's black and brown, bro. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I love my city. I love getting out in it. I love shooting it. I love highlighting the people. I love highlighting the police. I love highlighting goodness. And there's a lot of goodness in this city of Memphis, Tennessee that so many people are afraid of. All right, guys, I love you all very much. Come back and check with me tonight. I might go on. I might not tonight. We'll see. We'll just see. But I love you guys all very much, and continue to talk. Don't ever stop talking to each other. Continue to think critically. Okay? Love you all. See you next time. Hopefully you enjoyed my finds that I found today. Okay? Brightest future. I appreciate you, boss. Thank you, man. Excuse me. I have a bone to pick with illegals. Okay, pick it. Let's pick away. Catch bass. Come on, catch bass. Be happy. I love that name, man. Catch bass. Be happy. That would be a way to make yourself happy, wouldn't it? Go out and fishing. I love all that shit, man. Reconnecting with nature and whatever way it is, even if it's hunting and fishing. You're still out there. You're touching grass. You're realizing that there's more to this world than just I may be in a little bubble, and I want to get out of that bubble. Need a haircut, Uncle. What's your question about illegals, boss? You said you have a bone to pick with them. Boobs are impossible. Insurance companies' jobs to start. I like that. I like that catch bass. You got your eyes open a little bit, bro. You got your eyes open. Jugs rule. Hey, DWD, you're not going to come in here and have me disagree with that, man. I don't care what your background is. No, I want to reach past all the bullshit garbage noise that we do every day. Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Are you an independent? Are you a whatever you want to call yourself? Two-party system fucking sucks. I would get rid of it in a second if I could. I don't like it. I think we need more options. And I think it should be decided by popular vote. Now, I know that's not very popular with a lot of you, but we can, there are things that we can agree on, okay? I appreciate you opening up your eyes a little bit there, Catch Bass. I mean, it's when you really start to open them, man, you see, holy shit, we're getting screwed everywhere, left and right, bro. And they expect us to do nothing about it. They expect us just to bend over and take it. I want to get people angry about that. I want to get them angry about the billionaires up top who are paying less taxes percentage wise than teachers and cops. I mean, that shit's got to be talked about, right? It's a true story too. They do. Percentage wise, they pay less. I started taping 25 years ago. Only white dudes and a few blacks. Now 90% illegals in the union. Do you really feel like that, man? That there's that many that many illegals out there? I don't see it where I'm at. I mean, I see people. I see brown people. I'm not going to go up to them and assume that they're illegal. And they're not bothering. I mean, look, we'll get on the same page like this, brother. Okay, here's how. And it might not pull you over to my side, and that's okay. That's okay. I just want you to hear it. I want you to hear my side on it. Okay. Are illegals a problem in this country? Absolutely, they're a problem in this country. They should come over legally. But let's also talk about the process that it takes to get into this wonderful country. It does take a long time. And maybe we can kind of correct that a little bit and make it a little more streamlined. But the main thing we need to do is you can get the illegals gone, but it's not going to happen overnight. Trump wants everything to happen overnight at the snap of a finger. And that's just not the way the world works, bro. If you say you're going to do something, you commit to it. As long as you're doing it legally and you're not violating people's rights, I'm all on board with it, okay? They're here illegally, then they need to go through the process. But you got to give them some kind of process. When we're talking about, I found out today, 85% of the people in one of these cities where the ICE is operating that were detained. 85% of the people did not have a criminal record. So when you campaign on, I'm going to get rid of the rapists, the murderers, all that, you don't do it with an atom bomb. Okay. If you're going to get in there and get those people out, then you need to, not lump them in with the millions, I would say millions of others who are not violent, who are here just trying to survive. Yes, they need to go through the process. Okay. But the process won't be overnight. It's a long process. All right. That's what I'm getting at. The fact that you want to make it overnight is why we're running into these issues. You see what I'm saying on that? I mean, it just feels like as much as we want to scream and holler about a problem we have, you have to understand that these things cannot be solved overnight without violating a lot of people's rights and pissing off a lot of Americans. Time for the process is needed. Can't just flood them in. Quit getting your news from The View. I don't get my news from The View, man. I don't get my news from The View. Catch Bass, I appreciate you, boss. I appreciate that. I'm sure me and you have a lot of different political opinions, but we need to look critically at all the problems because we have a lot of problems. And it's hard to fix a problem with the snap of a finger. It's just not. because they're problems you've really got to think about. And they're problems that are difficult to deal with because you're dealing with humans. So just step back and let's figure out a different way to get. I for one never thought there were 25 million new illegals in this country. I've never seen them. I know it's a high number, but I think that number we tend to grow. It tends to grow every time you hear more about it, and we need to watch out for that kind of stuff. Okay. Do you think there's 25 new major cities of illegals in this country? Where are they at? Show me the pictures, because that's a lot of people. That's 25 new major cities of illegals. Where are they at? I'm not saying it's not a problem. I'm not saying there's not some of them here, but I think that it's been, the media has run with that and run those numbers up to make it seem a lot scarier than what it actually is. Actually, undocumented immigrants pay millions in taxes every year, and Republicans have destroyed good economies with bad policies, and immigrants improve economy because they all work. Deport MAGA. Very, very good. Very, very good. Good comment there. I appreciate that. You know that I'm more on your side with this than I am on other sides. But me as a streamer, and my thing is, I still want to be a human. You know, I still want to reach out. I think a lot of these people can still be potentially made to think, you know, in a different way. That's all I'm trying to do. I get what you're saying, man, and I appreciate that comment to the fullest of the hilt, man. I'm there for you, man. People's rights are being violated. I don't give a shit if they're black, brown, yellow, where, if they're from Mexico, if they're from fucking Jupiter. I don't care. I don't want to see that. Do it right. Do it right. You ain't got to assault people. You ain't got to do this and that. Let's just get on the same page that they are humans. Okay. If we can reach that page, then we're going to be okay. All right, guys. Party for the people. Hell yeah, man. Hey, fix my teeth, man. Somebody fix my teeth. Somebody get me some dentures, some implants, and old Livercheese here might just I might just run. I ain't cutting my hair. I ain't gonna look any different. I ain't gonna talk any different, because money does not corrupt me. Never has, never will. Never had a ton of it. When I did have it, guess what? I spend it because I can't take it with me. So that's the kind of person you need up top. You need somebody that's going to be uncorruptible. Money does not make them a different person. They still exist. They're still out there. We just got to find the right ones. And we're going to find those people. The days of regular politicians, I think they're about over. I think Americans can spot a person that's full of shit really quickly. These politicians, man, you're not going to make everybody happy. You're going to have to say some divisive shit. You're just going to have to, if you really feel that way. But stand up for what you believe. You know, let's make our leaders. Let's make our leaders Dolly Partons. Let's make our leaders Mr. Rogers. Let's make our readers our leaders, not our readers. Let's make our leaders Crocodile Hunter. That's the kind of people I want above me. You know, I want moral people above me who know I don't give a shit if it's red or blue. If they're pedophiles, they all go. Every single one of them go. You're not welcome in a civilized society if you think that just because you have a ton of money, you can diddle kids. You're gone. You're gone. You're disgusting. You're immoral. And I will always point out the disgusting behavior of billionaires who should not exist in a civilized society. A billionaire should not be a thing. We've let it happen, and now we've got to deal with it. I don't pay attention to car versus people. Are you talking about because I'm streaming in a car? I have a studio, bro. Go check my videos. I'm out on the streets all the time shooting videos. Haven't been out as much lately because I value my life, and ICE is around, and you know, they're kind of violating rights left and right. So I need some backup before I get out and do my audits again, my full-on audits. I'm going to need at least 1 or 2 other people that are going to go out there with me and make sure that I come home alive. Isn't that sad in this country that me, somebody who's trying to hold our public servants, I'm trying to hold them accountable while also spotlighting great public servants. If you're a great cop and you know it, find me out on the road with my camera. Come over and talk to me because I want to spotlight you to the entire country. And I also want you guys to understand that I'm not an enemy of police at all. Never will be. If you're a great cop, hats off to you. I will put you up on a pedestal and let you talk. But you got to get your people around you who aren't good cops and pull them to the side and say, hey, bro, however this makes you feel, it's legal. It may make you angry as hell, but it's legal. That's the bottom line. And I feel like I don't want to risk life and limb over some. If I see them beating up somebody, that's getting filmed. If I see any rights being violated, that's definitely getting filmed. But I'm also not going to go and antagonize these fuckers. I'm just not going to do it. They can walk the malls, which they're doing, by the way, in Memphis. They walk in the malls, and then little Brent Taylor's worm ass. He's our Republican, a guy from Nashville who comes down and tries to make it look like he's making Memphis great. He's not making Memphis great. People want him the fuck out of here. I think we need term limits and in office. No money can be made while in office. Simple thing, right? The way you word that right there, it's so simple. It's so simple. But that greed and that money, man, they don't want to pull. They don't want to suck in from the teats of the corporations. They don't want you to see that. They want you to see what little things they do for the people. They don't want you to see how much of their milk they're getting from the billionaires up top. You know what I mean? Just but they don't want to see that. But we know they're there, and eventually we're going to hold them accountable. Well, yeah, where are y'all from? What's up, Wolfie? I didn't know you was in here, brother. My boy, my man, Wolfie, the real Christian in the house. You guys, if you have any moral issues or moral quandaries or anything, you come to Wolfie because he's a Christian who is a real old school Christian who follows the teachings of Jesus Christ, a great man. And I appreciate you guys are more valuable than anything else in the country right now. Because I don't want you guys losing Christianity. I want you guys to have it. But if you let a small group of people hijack it, then you need to weed them out. You need to weed them out. And I know Wolfie does his part on that. So thank you, Wolfie, for the 100,000th time. England in the house. What's up, DC Sentient? I appreciate you, brother. Over the pond coming in to say hello. You're from Northeast Minnesota. Much love to Minnesota. Much love to Minnesota. I appreciate you guys. White people are immigrants. We're all immigrants. We're all bastard children with with multiple people. That's what's so crazy about it, man. These people who want to be white supremacists, guarantee you go back in there and you look at their lineage. Let's go back and look at it. And they ain't fucking pure as the driven snow. You know, they're going to have some African in there. They're going to have some Irish. They're going to have some German. We're all mutts. We're all mutts. There is no master race in the United States of America where everybody is a mutt. We're together. We love each other. We protect one another. Love Jesus is just the Bible is the only way. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you in Washington, D.C.? I'm not. White people are immigrants. Thank you for that again. I mean, come on, guys. Let's snap back to reality, okay? We're all people here. I want to know about Wolfie. I want to know about his life. I want to know what he does to chill out, how he takes his mind off of this. He's a Christian. I'm an agnostic. I don't care. I want to know everything about Wolfie as a person because he's a good one. And the good ones are getting harder and harder to find. So when we do find them, we got to get together and we got to talk about stuff because there's big problems. Big problems. We need big solutions. There is no pure race anywhere. Thank you, Milburn. Thank you, Milburn. It's just common sense, man. Here's the thing, man. You can be in America, you can be in this country and not want to go to Puerto Rican dance or whatever. You might not even be interested in that, and that doesn't make you a bad person at all. But to go so out of your way with this Super Bowl, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the fact that, to me, it feels like we want our own drinking fountain. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, if they were on the Super Bowl and they were degrading Christians or, talking trash about organized religion, and I don't think they are, because I think a lot of those Puerto Ricans are very religious people. Just, if you don't want to partake in something, that's okay. This is America. Just don't make it more difficult for them to partake in that. It's a simple thing. It's a very, very simple thing. I'm not saying you need to go out and love all Mexicans, all whatever, all colors. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you have that in your heart, at least attempt. Give them a chance instead of just going by what you hear on the news every day. That's all. That's all, man. That's all. That's my plea to you guys, okay? Come in here and let's talk about it, and let's have some solutions. And at the end of the day, let's just have fun. Okay? I don't care that you're this or that if you're a good person. I don't care. Come in, show me your good side, and let's go from there. That's it. I love every one of you guys. Love you. I love you more than you know. All right, more than you understand. And I'm 100% honest. Sometimes you may think you caught me in something, but if you do think you caught me in something, it's just me trying to be a little more human. The only people you'll hear me really talking negative about right now, as far as besides billionaires, are going to be the arms of the billionaires, the TPUSAs. They're very smart what they've done. They're trying to make this culture war about God and Jesus, which scares the fuck out of me. I'm not going to lie. We don't need that culture war. We don't want it. That's your culture war. We don't need it. Disheartening to think about. But then I think about you guys and how great you are, and I understand we're going to be okay. God, why? Who is that? Okay. Agnostic coming in. God, why? Who is that? I get that point of view too, bro. We take agnostics and atheists and spiritualists and naturalists and whatever you want to call yourself. Come on in. Tell us your story. But don't tell us how you hurt people. Tell us how you help people. And then you're going to be part of our little group. Okay, guys? I love you all very much. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to quit yapping. I love you. If I do come back on tonight, I'm going to allow it where you guys can come in and talk to me. I can have 3 or 4 of you, 5, 10 up there, and we can have a good time. Or maybe we just argue with each other. I don't think so. I think we're going to have a good time. We all used to keep who we voted for under our cap and not run around with flags and stuff. Nilburn, great point. Great point. We base our personalities on who we voted for, and we try to stop that here. We try to stop that. We try to make you understand you're a person with every one of y'all is different. Okay. And I want to know what makes each of y'all tick, but I don't need you coming in and asking me immediately, who did you vote for? Are you a Christian? Those kind of things are very personal questions that we didn't ask 20 years ago, but now we ask like it's a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. We're all the same sinking ship. Government gives you shot glasses to bail out water. CTG gives you buckets. Wolf, 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 wolf. I love you. You love me. And we love everybody in his story. God, I hope I don't get a copyright strike for that. Thank you, Wolfie. I appreciate you, man. Wolfie's a great Christian. He comes in with a very sane comment. I know it. I appreciate it when you do it. And live by showing, and then people ask them, I tell them, and how and why. Exactly. It's your actions. It's your actions more than anything. That's all it is, really. It's your actions every day. How do you treat other people? That's everything. That's a whole ball of wax right there. They can't take kindness away from us, okay? They can take all our money. They can take away our houses. They can take away our jobs. They can take away our food, but they ain't taking away our kindness. You think we're just going to maul each other over your little scraps. No, we ain't going to do that. We're opening our eyes. We ain't going to maul over your scraps. We're going to demand more than scraps. Woo, I'm getting excited just talking about it, guys. I love you all very much. I'm from the future 2030. It doesn't end well. John, great comment. I love you, bro. Come back. Sub, come on in and talk to us. I love that comment, man. As defeatist as it is, I could see that, but we're not going to let it happen. We're not, man. We're not going to let it happen. We're powerful. We're more powerful than you know. I love you guys. CTG out. Remember, it's not red versus blue. It's the 1% versus you. If you liked anything you saw today, come back and join us on our nightly feeds. They're not all nightly yet, but we're getting there. Sometimes I don't feel good. I try to come on regardless, but sometimes other things take precedent. The only person more important to Livercheese, well, there's two people. The only person more important to Livercheese than y'all are my wife, and I'm going to include all my dogs as a person. Those two are the only ones that I really care what they think about me. Okay, those are the only ones that I care about, and they're the only ones that I'll ever put above you guys. But not really. You know what I mean? I'm here for you if you need me. If any of y'all ever, I'm going to be here for you. You've been here for me. Okay, but anyway, and thankfully, my wife's a very understanding person. She thinks I have a valuable message, and she encourages what I do, and I can't thank her enough for that, because a lot of people think I'm crazy. All right, guys, I love you, and until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Sorry, Tim Tracker, I stole your tagline. Until next time, CTG out.